Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Oh, able to avoid him. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 43, 15.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And he will take it away for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 20. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, What's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Burton. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. They give it to Williams, running with it. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it?
He's got daylight. Still going. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Take it at the 37. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He's got it to the 43 here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7.
Hey, 43.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Yellow.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
15.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 138 yards rushing for it in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
15. Attack, attack. Hey, yellow, go. Yellow.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, fans of old school football, they got to be loving this. 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring or pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
14.
Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And Wilson wants a different look. Throwing on 1st down. Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. And they'll send Jeudy in motion left. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
3rd down and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21. Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll drop to throw. Try to lay one up deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They get 7 out of that, so so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A first carry for Samaje Perine. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st down, Wilson. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They go back to the ground with Williams. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, Wilson. That is caught, and he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
14, run it.
Now it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Courtland Sutton, 51 yards. And the Broncos have cut the lead back down to 2. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Isabella now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And look at this, they come right back with a big shot downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 9 yards on the first down keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Gotta go, baby.
Second down, McKinnon. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. First and goal at the 1.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, dribble it.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC.
Yellow.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
43. Hey, Ripley.
They'll try with McKinnon. And he will take it on in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pushing his way through. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Williams will try again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Yellow.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Andy Isabella, 48 yards. And the Chiefs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from it. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they work this well upfield across the 35. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure on the passer.
164 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Hey, Riblin.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Attack! Hey, Riblin!
They'll run for it with Pacheco. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. The busy night continues for Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's second down. Wilson to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 43, 15. Right.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Yellow, yellow.
This now a 3rd and 4.
15. Come back.
Try to take this home, they'll run. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Butker's kick here is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And that knee will do it. Can't stop the clock defensively. So they protected their home field, got the victory in the wild card round.
And rewarded their home crowd. They came out in force for this one. Really supported them throughout the year. And, boy, they were something special in this one. And maybe it's their last home game. And if so, they sent them out with a great visual, didn't they?
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight.